Sometimes people, they mistake a lot. Kicks. When you need to kick like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times, 100 times, 200 times the same kick. Yes, you need to practice your kicks all the time. But I see no point of people trying to make one kick 500 times and say, right, I have practiced that kick 500 times and make it completely no sense and make the kick completely wrong. Just to train one kick 50 times. But make sure these 50 times will be worth every single time you lift your foot off the floor. Okay? Now, if you're gonna be doing 500 kicks like, and after 50 kicks, that's how you're gonna be kicking like, what is the point of doing it? Tell me. So it's easy if you start with 5 kicks only, and gradually you're going to start putting a bit more. Today you start with 5 kicks, tomorrow you can do 6, the day after you can do 10, and then you can do 12, you can do 15. But don't start your kicks here and finish your kick here and say you did 500 kicks. Makes no difference at all. Make 5 kicks, but make sure on those 5 kicks you're gonna work. You're gonna make sure you have the balance of the kick. You're sometimes gonna have the power to bring the kick. You're gonna kick high. You're gonna kick low. It doesn't matter. But practice one kick in different ways. One single kick a day. Well, today I decided I'm gonna train one kick 100 times. But make sure if you're gonna do it 100 times, do 100 times on each leg and go slowly. If you're just kicking a bag, if you're kicking the air, be careful, see what you can do. Manage the distance, the balance, the power, the impact of the kick, regardless you are doing it, but make sure every kick will be individual. And make sure you do the kick properly. The kick can start from any position, depending on what sort of martial arts you do practice. Just make sure you don't pick only one base for your kick. You can pick kick, what we call in capoeira martelo, from the parallel base. When I can make it happen. The leg can be on the back. The leg can be on the front. It's just how you're gonna use the same kick in different ways, in different directions, for different moments. How can you control your body? How can you control your balance? How can you control everything what you are doing with the one kick? Okay, so don't waste your kicks. Don't waste your time. Keep on the top on the practice what you are doing there. Gonna be a lot easier. And of course, a lot of stretch, a lot of exercise for that particular kick what you are doing there. Okay. No, mate. We shot. Huh? No, we only sell coal from the yard on Friday and Saturday. Yeah, it's not me. It's a different company selling that. Yeah. Well, we have cash. Yeah. We have cash, we can give some that. Yeah, but if you come another time, this time you won't get it because nobody's here. Right. I just make sure I can do like a little video there, that's like, you follow me here with your eyes, nobody's behind us.
I just want a couple of bags of that stuff.
Yeah, well, if you just open it, I'll get that for you there. happens while the door is open. I won't be like, I want to tell people away, but I don't know what he does for himself. We don't sell 25 kilograms, but we only deliver 50 kg into the house, so that's what we do.
But do you deliver this stuff then? This.
Well, that will be only Howells. Jewelry we don't. Only Howells we will do this stuff. We only do 50 kg. Yeah. What's the date today? It's 19th. 19th, well, time's passing so fast.
And how much is 50 kg delivered?
Well, it's 31 pound a bag, but it's a minimum of 3 bags delivered.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a minimum of 3 bags delivered, and this stuff is 31 pound a bag.
Right.
It's cheaper because people say, well, it's a lot of money you have to pay up front, but you have a lot of things up there. And it's slightly cheaper. Because we're going to say, well, 3 quid. And then probably you still have it delivered to your house, so you save on the petrol.
I'm the umping of it.
Oh, yeah. All right. No worries, buddy, no problem. And that's one of the things I don't have really to do, but doing a little favor here and then is not a problem at all. So yeah, as I say, body needs to be prepared. Body needs to be on the go. Need to work on the moves because we don't know really when we're gonna need to use our skills to protect ourselves, to protect the third person who is there with us, or even we never know when we need to be prepared to run. Because nobody's a superhero, no matter how much you know how to fight, no matter how many skills you have, you cannot win fights your entire life. But running away is always the best option in any sort of space. You may go in a confront with someone, sometimes you underestimate your opponent. Oh, because he's smaller, because he's fatter, because he can't move properly. You never know what people cares in their mind. You never know what they are capable to do, and you, of course, never know what they keep inside their pockets. If you can't see people's hand, don't tend to fight with them because you never know what's going to come out of there. So be really careful. When you train, remember, you train to keep your health. You train to keep your body prepared for any situation. First, as I say, to run away. There will be no doubt. That's the first things you do in self-defense is be prepared to run away and to run to the right side, to the right spot, the right place. This is the first thing you should learn in self-defense. Because if you have a teacher who will teach you to confront anyone all the time, maybe you should reconsider what you are learning, because it's so easy to punch and to kick. This is the easiest part of the martial art, So I think even though you should be banned from the martial art, at least for the first, months, when the people are training with you, you should not even teach them how to punch and how to kick. First, you should really, really prepare the body, the mobility of the body, the strength, the breathing, and the psychological of the person. Because the time when you teach someone how to punch, this person will get so much confidence, and he will want to try it. Trust me, he will want to try it. Once you teach a person how to punch properly, even though this person has been punching your entire life, so there's a difference between you're gonna, You punch someone, you go into the street fight towards a punch when you can actually use technique and you really show people where to punch properly, you can kill someone, guys. It's not a simple thing. Kicking and punching people out there on the street is not as fun as a lot of people think. You know, a street fight is not something funny like a lot of people think. Oh, I just want to learn how to protect myself because I want to be a great fighter. Why you want to be a great fighter for? Always going to be someone who can fight a lot better than what you can. We need to keep that in our minds. You know, the mistakes a great fighter does all the time is to think he's the best and there is not one better than him in the world. This is the worst mistake any fighter can do. Because it will be defined by the most weak person that you consider in a fight. Don't let that happen to you. Make no mistake and do not ever underestimate your opponent, regardless who your opponent is. I've seen that happen a lot. I've seen great fighters going down in the most stupid and awkward ways you would doubt. So when you train, okay, most people will laugh about you. People will criticize what you do your entire life because sometimes people believe only what they practice is the best art in the world. There is no such of a thing. If a martial art cannot teach you discipline, respect, you know, how to be a good person, how to treat well your elderly, maybe you should consider the problem is not the martial art, but the problem is yourself. So when you practice, remember, exercise, they are more important than the actual kick or punch. How you prepare your body for the movements are more important than the kick itself, the punch itself. Okay? How you're gonna stretch shoulders, how you're gonna stretch your joints, your arms, how you're gonna get prepared, how your hip. Because all of these movements you're gonna have to push to put towards your punch, towards your kicks, a spinning kick, a straight kick, a flying kick, regardless what sort of movement you're gonna do. Your body must be prepared, must be trained. Okay? You need to know where it starts to where it goes, where it finishes. You need to know how much power you have from the movement come from here, or the movement come from back there, or how much power you have a movement come from this direction, or even a straight arm, how much power can you generate from that movement when you need to input it. And you need to use your body, your entire body to protect it. Now, it's up to you what you want to do with your martial art. But my good advice for you is make sure your hip, knees, and foot, they are always warm, they always stretch, because you're gonna need it. The first thing what you're gonna need in martial art will be this movement here. Run away. This is the first thing you need to learn in martial arts. How to run fast, how to run to the right direction, how to run to the place where no one will catch you. How can you run that fast? You're not gonna let the attacker get you. That's the main thing what you need to learn. The kicks, the punches, the takedowns, the grappling, the wrestling, this is the easiest part. Controlling your emotions, controlling yourself on the time when it requires you to do so. This is the hard part. Kicking, just lift your leg up and you kick. You straighten your arms and then you punch. You do project the body and you hit someone. Elbow, hands, head, fingers, knee, foot, heels, palm of the hand, sole of the foot. No matter. You can hit a person with anything what you have. Now, knowing when to hit and where to hit and how to do so is a different part. Don't consider who you are fighting with, but consider if it's worth that fight, because you'll have less than 1 second to make that decision, and that decision might change your life completely. Trust me. That decision of going to a fight with someone may change your life big time. You don't know what's going to happen in the next second, or in the next 30 seconds, or in the next minute. But surely the consequence will come. Straightforward. If you hit someone that bad on the place where you should not and you kill someone, you fought. If you let someone hit you powerfully enough, or they hit you someplace where they should not touch you and you die, your family gonna suffer to it. So consider if it's worth closing your hand, or consider if it's worth turning on the side, measure the distance, take a couple of steps, turn it back, and run away. The decision is yours. Life is yours. Just pay for the consequence of your own decisions and actions. Bye!